Hey guys, we're Group 4. This is Paul Crane, Zach Brittner, James Collins, and Kate Birchby, and Dylan Hogue. We're going to show you how to install the Flow Manager on the Rainbird system for the canal at Delacour Golf Club. We've been given the map, so we're basing it off that data that we've been given. We're going to show you how to do it here on hole 14, just coming straight out of our pump house. We'll show you how to do the main lines, our flow zones, as well as assigning stations to those flow zones. So to start it off here, we'll show you guys how to install a pump house. So based off the information, we know that it's right around the pond, just above 15 T. So we're going to zoom in here to this pond. So with that, now we can go up to the top of our screen and we can click the red pump. And then we're going to click just to the right of the top of the pond here. From there, we are given our pump number, which is pump 1, our capacity, and our pump name. So we'll name this our pump house. And then in the top left corner here where it says level and capacity, we're going to input 1200 because we know our pump house can put out 1200 gallons per minute. And then we can hit OK on that. Or apply and then OK. My bad. So from there, now we can start adding our main lines. So we're going to hit branch. And then at the bottom of our screen, we know that we have our first leg that ends. So we're going to click just above the P and the R there, just above the green. Click right there. So this is our first branch. So we'll name this, and it's a 10-inch line. So we'll go 10-inch slash, and then the pipe is moving south. And then we'll slash, and then it's right above 14 green, so we'll put 14G. This is just to indicate the size of the pipe, the direction it's moving, and the area that you'll be able to find the valve. Off a 10-inch pipe, we know that it can put out 900 gallons per minute, so we'll enter 900 gallons there. Apply, and then we'll click OK. So now you're given your first branch, so we'll hit branch again. Just gonna have to move yet, so you can hit branch. And then we're gonna hit right in the middle of the 3 greens here. And then, so this is our second branch, which is still a 10-inch pipe. So it'll be 10 inches. It's moving southwest. And then it is in between 4, 14, and 15 green. And then since it's 10-inch pipe, it's still putting out 900 gallons. And we'll click apply and OK. So we'll add one more main line here so we can complete hole 14. So we're going to scroll down a little bit or just zoom out. Alright, and then we can click branch at the top of our screen here again. And then we're going to click in the middle of the bunker beside hole 13. That's good. So we'll go, this is now a 6-inch pipe. And it's moving south. And it's in 13 bunker. And then, so for a 6-inch pipe, we know that that's going to put out 340 gallons. So we'll click apply. And okay. Now I'm going to pass it off here to Paul to explain how to add your flow zones.
Okay, so for adding flow zones here to hole 14, first thing we're going to do is the green here. So we can zoom in a little bit more on the hole here, and we can click flow zone up at the top there, flow zone icon. And so from there, you can click on the branch node that is closest to the green there, and then once we click that, we can move south just slightly of that, and if we give it a click there, it's going to set up the flow zone on the branch there. And so we know that off each into each flow zone is 3-inch pipe, and this flow zone is going to control 14 green and the perimeters as well on 14. And for this zone here, it's 90 gallons per minute with the 3-inch pipe. Let me apply that there. Okay, and for now we'll move down into the fairway here and set up the flow zone for the approach, rough, and the fairway here. And so we'll do the same thing. Flow zone icon, we'll select the node off the branch that we want here, and branch 2, and enter that in here. So it is a 3-inch pipe again, and it is 14 fairway, rough, and approach. Or 14 approach, or fairway approach and rough, whichever. And since there is 2 isolation valves going on to 14 fairway here, we're going to double the gallons per minute, so it'll be twice the amount coming in through that 3-inch line. So it's going to go from 90 to 180 gallons per minute. And the third flow zone on hole 14 is the tees. So we can do the same thing. Select the node off of branch 2 here and enter in the 3-inch for the flow zone and 14 tee, and that'll be 90 gallons per minute. I'll apply that, and I'll now pass it off to Darren to show you how to set up the stations within these flow zones.
So within each flow zone, you want to set up your stations and routers. So we'll go back to the top around the green. Zoom in on the first flow zone. So to add a station to a flow zone, you want to go to the top and click Assign Station button. And then you want to select the flow zone that you want to assign the stations to. After doing that, you can click the G in the middle of the green, which should select all of the heads associated to that green. And you can do the same by clicking the perimeter. So all the heads that were assigned to the green and the perimeter within the spreadsheet are now assigned on the map from that flow zone. So moving down into the fairway, once again, we're going to go up at the top and select Assign Station. Click the flow zone that you want to assign to, and then click the F for fairway, the A for approach, and the R for rough. Now that should assign all the heads within that flow zone, or all the stations within that flow zone to it. And then we'll go down and set up the flow zone for the tees as well. So once again, assign station, click the flow zone, and hit the tee. So after you're done assigning all of the stations to your different flow zones on the hole, you can go up and look at the data manager. So if you go down and hit system details there, or system detail, station detail, within this spreadsheet over on the right hand side, you can actually see all of the different flow zones and stations that were assigned to hole 14. So if we go up to the top left corner and select hole 14, it's essentially going to bring up all of the data that we just put in. Now, if you were ever in this area and one of these columns was blank, you can easily assign a station to a flow zone right from in this chart. So if you missed anything on a hole, it'll be blank and you can reassign it to where it has to go. And this basically shows the flow tracked all the way back to the pump station. So that is our general guide as to how to use the flow manager along with your map to assign flow stations and branches to each area.